published 1732 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 13th of May 2018, updated 1805 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 13th of May 2018. The legacy of decades of football hooliganism has left the constant underlying fear of violence breaking out among rival supporters and innocent people being caught up in the trouble. The latest incidents of thuggery on a racecourse at Ascot on Saturday, which spilled out of the grandstand and into the high street, have me fearing that racing, the sport I love, is developing the same reputation. The disturbing scenes came only 7 days after a disgraceful outbreak of fighting involving around 50 well-dressed men at Goodwood, arguably the track with the most genteel reputation in Britain. It turned glorious Goodwood into grotesque Goodwood and was another blow to racing's reputation. Violence at Ascot on Saturday spilled out of the grandstand and into the high street. There might be advertisements promoting racing as a family sport where kids are welcome, but how will they be believed when anyone who uses social media or browses the internet has seen videos of drunk and possibly drug-fueled men swinging wild left hooks at anyone within range? In the most sickening act of violence I have seen, there was the brutal kick to the head of a man already spark out on the Goodwood ground. Aintree, Cheltenham, Newbury and Newmarket, among Britain's biggest and most successful tracks, have all had crowd trouble recently. The most crucial thing for racing is its integrity. Without the confidence of the punters and people who support it, the sport is dead. But running it a close second is safety. If racecourses can't assure their customers they are safe from drunken yobs, the business is fundamentally undermined. The Racing Post has contained a clutch of letters from Goodwood regulars bemoaning the state of affairs and declining standards at the beloved racecourse. At least at a football match, seating and segregation can keep feuding parties apart in the ground. Racing, where racegoers are free to wander around the course, offers the opportunities for flare-ups almost anywhere. But the sport seems to increasingly promote the opportunities for a drink, and scraps can soon follow. The disturbing scenes came 7 days after a disgraceful outbreak of fighting at Goodwood, days when racing largely started at 2:30 p.m. and ended 6 races later at 5 p.m. with the crowd heading for the exits long gone. Nowadays, post-race entertainment is laid on and punters are encouraged to drink all day, then stay on and drink some more. Pints and pims mean bigger profits but are also fuel to inflammatory situations. Racecourses have to question if the extra money is worth the long-term damage it is doing to the sport's image. The big question is, what do the track's owners, like the Jockey Club, do? Racing's problems are an extension of a wider society where drugs are rife. Getting plastered on a weekend is a favorite hobby and violence is always in the news. So, what are the practical solutions? You can't flood courses with gun-toting police and make them like war zones. You can't stop people drinking either. But you can offer tight controls and make security more visible. The tracks which stage big meetings should pay for police officers to walk around. To anyone out to cause trouble, the sight of a uniformed officer with the risk of arrest is more serious than that of a steward. What are the practical solutions? You can't flood courses with gun-toting police officers. It also like more sniffer dogs searching for drugs, and not just at entrances. Have them patrolling the racecourse. It will cost, but the reputation is priceless, and I truly believe racing's is on the line. In the post-war years there were gang fights at tracks, as chronicled in Graham Greene's novel Brighton Rock. They were battles over bookmaker pitches, but that did not seem to affect the public. The modern-day violence is different. Anyone can get caught up in it. Come racing has always been my rallying cry. I've always wanted armchair viewers and punters to come and experience the colors and vibrancy of the racecourse. But when the color is crimson blood dripping on a ripped shirt, who will want that? Racing needs to act decisively and boldly. It can't afford not to.